Things in our forecast too. It's been a bit dreary out there.
Can you blow this out, please?
Yeah, we will.
Oh, look at that.
That's up in the Cascades. It's been incredibly warm up there, and as you can see, it's clear. That's Mount Jefferson on the left-hand side of your screen, looking south from one of our cameras at Timberline Lodge in the beautiful Mount Hood National Forest. And look at this. It's still 55 degrees up there, or like 10 degrees warmer than we got in the valley, and temperatures have begun to cool off there. It's also very, very dry. And believe it or not, there's a thin layer of elevation above the fog and below where the snow is, where there's actually a little bit of a fire weather threat because of that low humidity that we have in the developing east winds. But look at these temperatures today. There's a place to the east of McKenzie River and up a bit, about 3,500 feet. Hit 73 degrees. Wanderers Peak, 71 degrees. That's in Clackamas County, east of Molalla, basically. Bull Run, nearly 70 degrees. Horse Creek, a little bit farther south than Wanderers, 67, and Government Camp hit 60. So just incredibly warm weather up in the mountains. This is the Dalles, and it looks good there too. It's not sunshine, but a clear sky and 45 degrees and light winds. Now what we need are stronger winds to blow out this. You can see the fog footprint in the Willamette Valley down the Columbia River. It broke up down the river a bit here, and it's not very thick. Like the top of the West Hills were not in the fog, so you didn't have to travel far to get out of it. You just needed to go up in some way to get above the fog. Now, what we need is wind. As I mentioned, we're going to get it, but not tomorrow morning, even tomorrow afternoon. Some of our models not bringing on the winds until we get into tomorrow night. But once they break through, the fog is toast and will begin to warm up too. So tomorrow, I think we'll still be in the 40, well, we should make the 50s if those east winds burn off or break through quickly enough. But in the meantime, thick fog in the valley, visibility about a quarter mile. Hillsborough, McMinnville, Aurora, and Salem, same thing down in Corvallis and Eugene. In fact, Corvallis visibility is now dropped below a 1/16 of a mile. So if you're driving in the valley tonight, be ready to slow down because we've got a dense fog advisory for the valley and still an air stagnation advisory where we've got the fog footprint because there's just no turnover in our air mass. It's just become very, very stagnant. Our high today is 45. That's below average by 2 degrees. But look, Bend hit 64, 50s in the Columbia Basin where they were fog free, 50s, even 60s out on the Oregon coast. And the warmest part of this weather pattern is yet to come. Now we've got this massive area of high pressure that's over us right now, and it's just not going to be breaking down anytime soon. What will change, though, is that the surface winds will pick up. And so when we get that east wind breaking on through, it'll blow out the fog, at least in the northern valley, and down to probably about Salem or so. If we're lucky, the entire valley, if we get some good cross-cascade flow. And then the fog will form up here on the Columbia Basin, as you can see. But again, there's that area of high pressure, just stays intact until probably the end of next week when we see some weak weather systems break on in and bring a return of valley rain and mountain snow. But in the meantime, it's that. This is downtown Portland right now, 45 degrees and foggy, and that's the way it's going to be looking as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Tomorrow, though, the fog will burn off, and if it happens early enough, say mid-afternoon, we'll break into the mid-50s. If it doesn't, we'll be 10 degrees cooler than that. 56 on Friday, 54 Saturday, 53 on Sunday, and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Also great weather for the holiday, up to 52 and mainly sunny. And you see there's 7 dry days in a row here in January, David. Pretty unusual.
Looking good. Just got to wait for that sunshine to break through. All right. Thanks, Matt.
You bet.